Hey, welcome back to Topher Talks. Um, Time for another rambling afternoon comic talk, I guess. This is it. Um, so my thing lately has been, I'm working on my own comic and working on promoting it a little bit with this, hopefully with this channel. It grows a little bit to the point where people are interested in buying this and or maybe supporting an Indiegogo crowdfunding campaign. Um, so I've been, reading more comics than I have. I guess I've always, I'm always reading comics, but lately I've like made it a point to really study some things and look into what's going on. Coincidentally, a few months ago in my small town, a comic book shop opened, so I'm able to, you know, go down on Wednesday and buy a few new books. And, this nightclub, if you've been looking at any of my videos, this is one I've been buying. This is a new one that just came out, last, Barbarians. And I don't really know much about it other than some folks on other channels were looking forward to it. I don't know what they thought about it. And I haven't read it, um, but I thought I'd just, bring it out. I did read Nightclub, and I got to Murder World, and then in the dollar bin I picked up a couple. Grabbed Mike Grell, Shaman's Tears, and Dr. Fate. So I thought maybe we'd spend 15-20 minutes and look at some of these. I don't know, maybe start with Dr. Fate, because I haven't read it. The only reason I bought it was I'm kind of into painted covers. And, this Kent Williams guy is like a phenomenal artist. His fine art painting is mind blowing. It's very cool. This, I don't know, maybe isn't my favorite image I've seen from him, but still, it was just, I kind of wanted it. Because as far as I know, there's only one collection of his artwork out there, and it's going for like $135 on eBay right now. And I guess, as much as I dig the guy, probably not going to spend $135 on a collection of his paintings, of, pictures, photographs. Maybe someday. But anyway, if y'all are looking for a new artist to check out, I mean, I guess he's not new, he's been around for a while, but I get the sense that a lot of people don't know about his paintings, which are very cool. And Mike Grell, he's one of my formative influences. Definitely one of the first, the first of a handful of comic book artists that really got me excited about comics. Um, you know, this is I didn't get in on Warlord right off the bat. I think came in at issue 38, something like that. But this is my copy of number one. I always dug Mike Grell's work. Um, I don't know why exactly. It just it was part of it was, I don't know. It just seemed I'm not sure. I don't know why. It always just seemed like really slick to me somehow compared to a lot of other artists. And oh well, for one thing, he had those double page spreads, Those were really cool. Actually, I haven't even opened this. It's been sitting in a drawer for like a year. Well, I don't know if he did it through the whole run or not. I can't remember. But let's find out. Oh, there isn't one. Unless it's later on in the book. Yeah, but part of the deal was, you get a Mike Grell Warlord comic, and you'd have a page of story, right? And then you'd open it up, and boom, there'd be like this, like double splash page, that was usually pretty mind-blowing. He's also one of the first artists that I noticed that, as a kid, you look at this stuff and you're like, wow, it's all amazing. That was, not always, he was a little wonky sometimes, and you can really see it in this number one cover. I think, this is like Big Head Warlord, you know, just like, I don't know, like Big Head Han Solo 3.75. You didn't really know he had a big head. It didn't matter. Um, it's got like kind of his leg, something happened. I don't know. Like that half of him. I don't know, it's weird. That looks pretty bizarre. That half less bizarre. Anyway, but he's still, I guess just because, when I discovered him, I'll always have a soft spot in my heart, in my artist heart for Mike Grill. And, so I read this. This was actually not too bad. Oh yeah, here we go. Mike Grill, page of story. Got a splash page. But, not quite the same. Because there's another panel here, but anyway, it was pretty interesting. It's just kind of the story. I'm not sure. Well, it's kind of mostly just set up, but it looks like there was some experimentation going on in space, and our hero here is going to end up probably, maybe, I don't know, confronting the threat in another issue. But yeah, the art's pretty cool. And one of the characters in my book is half Lakota, and I think that's what this guy is. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, it was okay. It was good. It was kind of fun. It was a Sundance ceremony, as interpreted by Mike Grell. Kind of crazy. What else do we have? Oh yeah, and then this, man. I have no idea why I picked this up. I think, since I've started drawing a lot again and drawing sequential artwork, my 12-year-old brain takes over sometimes. As a, I don't know, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old, I drew a lot of comics. I still have some of them. I'll probably do a video on that, maybe. I don't know if anybody's interested or not, but one of the characters I drew at the time was, Moon Knight, and I think, it was when he first came out. I don't know. I think it was just like my 12-year-old brain took over and saw what I it thought was a Moon Knight comic and just grabbed it without really looking at the cover or looking at any of the inside art. So it's actually a Murder World featuring a life model decoy, I believe, Moon Knight. So, I don't know, kind of not what I was expecting or hoping for. It could have been okay, because like Arcade and Murder World, they're pretty cool characters. Or, I mean, Murder World is a pretty cool thing, and, and you've got Hydra, an agent of Hydra. Hydra's always good. All this is good stuff, but I don't know. The cover definitely, come on. I mean, granted, every cover this can't be every cover, but, this is not great. This is a pretty cool cover. Seems like, but the interior artwork's okay. It's not too bad. I think it was just like the whole idea that this is also part of a, Murder World saga or something. So, you need to buy other books. And it's just, that was kind of the reason why I lost interest in Marvel back in the 80s to begin with. But yeah, it was okay. Looks like kind of SketchUp sort of, buildings and stuff. Which is again, I mean, I guess whatever it takes. Maybe not. I don't know. I know that just being in digital and using the digital like 3D templates, the vanishing points and everything, you kind of end up with a more of a digital mechanical looking sort of product, or finished image. And maybe that's just the way things are, but I think some artists do a better job of this, of kind of hiding that than others. This actually, man, this last page looks pretty neat. I don't know. Maybe it'll turn out okay. I just wasn't too impressed with this particular issue. And, you know, yeah, it was okay. Arcade just didn't seem to be the crazy, villain that I remember him to be. But, that's okay too. Um, and then this, man, I don't know. I heard some people talking about it online. I saw the cover on the rack and I was like, man, this is very cool. The artist, I believe, is the Brian Haberlin. I'm assuming he did it all. I don't really see a credit for the cover, versus the interior art. And it kind of looks like it could be, from the same hand. But man, I just was really impressed. I noticed that there's a lot. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm guessing this is digital, and I know somehow you can, actually I've done it, import uh, paper texture into a digital drawing file, and I've done some of that to varying degrees of success. But man, this is like super convincing. So I'm not sure if I can't say if this is digital or if this is traditional, but I mean, I guess that's part of why I really like it because somehow there's something about the hair that looks digital, but um, anyway, it's cool. I just like the figure drawing. I mean, this looks like a real live girl. I mean, she's been lifting. She's jacked, but um, basically the proportions and everything look like you could see this person in the coffee shop or whatever. Um, and which is kind of nice. I mean, in comic books, they don't have it doesn't have to be all about correct proportions by any means. I mean, that's part of the fun of comics, right? But it's kind of neat when you see something like this. So I've just been sort of paging through it, and I don't know. Even if the story sucks and the dialogue is no good, I think I'm going to enjoy it just for the art. The only thing I'm a little worried about is there isn't a ton. I mean, I'm okay with the entire book not being like a fight scene, but I'm kind of wondering. There's a lot of just sort of hanging out. Um, but still, I like the way the characters are interacting. Man, and I like the final rendering, how far he took everything. It's just really, I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be okay. But this is really, why I went down to the local comic book shop this week. I wanted to pick up Night Club because I've been reading it, and I made some comments about it last week or a couple weeks ago, how it was sort of maybe becoming a bit of a disappointment in its second issue. Yeah, I know. Maybe I'm being a little judgy. But my problem was it seemed like, it was this thing where these kids, they get their powers and then, they're just going to go on wacky adventures. Um, you know, the main character, this guy, he got his powers first, and then his friends, he wanted his friends to become vampires so they could fight crime and be superheroes. And, that all happened in the space of what, I don't know, 4 or 5 pages. It just seems like it was, I don't know, a decision like that should take 6 pages, right? There should have been some, anyway, so this picks up, they're making videos for the YouTube channel, and they are, fighting crime. Pretty cool. Good for them. Fighting crime is very good. It's a good thing to do in a comic book. And, my part of the problem I had with book 2, it wasn't really a problem. It was just, it's such a common trope, like it's these guys, they get their powers and, they immediately go after the bully at school. And of course, because they think they're superheroes, they got to have secret identities. And so now the bully's like, hey, what the heck? That was, something's going on. And of course, they have to, in order to protect their secret identity, they're just letting themselves get the crap kicked out of them. All the, Peter Parker and, Clark Kent. I think of Clark Kent in Smallville hanging on that cross in the cornfield, to take it to extremes. But anyway, so the party gets busted and they're off to fight crime. And, it's okay. I think I just had I was just seeing this going different ways. I mean, it would have been kind of cool if one of the friends was still human and in school and getting bullied, and then these guys had to figure out how to protect them. And I don't know, maybe something, but I don't know. But that's just me, But I'm really Jimenez, what's his name? Ramirez, Juanan. I really like, and he comes up with some pretty neat supporting characters, background characters, kind of. And, one of the problems I had with the first 2 issues is that same SketchUp thing. The backgrounds just looked like they were pulled out of an architectural program or something. There was no art to it, and not in the way that some manga, you look at and there's all the, it's art, I don't know, high rise after high rise. But somehow, it's hand drawn. So it's wow, it, it has a different look on the page. Even this hallway looks a little computer generated maybe, but I don't know. He seems to be, I don't know. It seems like, if you cover it up well, do something with it, I think it works. The texture on the wall helps. I think it's good. I think this guy's really growing on me, man. And again, man, he does a really great job of keeping track of how his characters look. Really, really appreciate that. So anyway, with that said, yeah, I don't know. It's only, I think it's a 5-issue series, so I'll probably buy the other 2. Yeah, it looks like it's just, I mean, basically this was just blood and gore, teenage horror thing. And yeah, that's cool. I think I was thinking maybe it'd be a little bit more. This looks weird. So I don't know. Actually, this is kind of, that's kind of interesting. That makes me sort of wonder what's going on. But yeah, I think it'll be okay. I know some guys I listen to on YouTube really like it. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. I don't think I like it as much as maybe some folks, but definitely, man, for $2, I think it's pretty fun. This, I don't know, $4, man. I just the paper isn't even as nice. I don't get it. And then there's this from the 90s. I kind of missed out on all these crazy this cover on this cardstock. But yeah, I don't know. That's about all I have for you. Check out my my sign up page for the Indiegogo. There's no just sign up. You might get an email from me once in a while. Hopefully soon. I should probably see if I have anybody signed up yet. But yeah, this, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this, just with the cover. This guy's art is pretty mind-blowing. Anyway, yeah, okay. Well, until next time, yeah, take care. Peace. Later.